International management on Football Manager sucks. Yeah, I know, over the last few versions of FM I've tried to promote it here on the channel with my international saves. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy playing international saves and the stories they generate and then sharing those stories with you here on the channel. But this year, on this particular save with Guadeloupe, I've just encountered a few too many bugs. So remember in the last episode when I said this? After this we're going to have the 2027 Gold Cup. We'll have to wait and see on that one. I think, to be honest, the qualifying in Football Manager 2023 is a little bit bugged. Well, yeah, those turned out to be prophetic words indeed. Even though we got the news item after that Nations League campaign that we had qualified for the Gold Cup, here I am in game in June 2027. The draw for the Gold Cup has just been made, and look, what do you see? Or rather, what do you not see? We are not in there. Now, this is where I say it's a bit buggy here, the Gold Cup and the qualification, how it's been implemented in FM23, because if we look at the Gold Cup playoff, that's taking place in just a few days in-game time. But we can see here, for example, Martinique, Suriname, they are playing in the playoff. But if we go back to the Gold Cup draw, we see Martinique already there in Group C and Suriname are already in Group D. So you know what's going on, and it just gets worse. I've now played through that Gold Cup qualifying playoff, and as we can see here, these are the teams that got through. Martinique got through, then they beat Dominican Republic. Suriname got through. Panama beat Haiti. Then we go to the Gold Cup groups, and we see Haiti is still in there. So look at their fixtures here. They beat Nicaragua, and then they lost to Panama. And then they still end up in Gold Cup Group D. And to make it even worse, if you remember from the last episode, they finished behind us in the Nations League group. So what are the Haiti FA pulling here? What have they got on CONCACAF? They finish second in the Nations League, behind us. They lose in the Gold Cup playoffs. They go to the Gold Cup anyway. In fact, if we look at the entirety of Division B, French Guiana are the only nation that actually made it to the Gold Cup. Trinidad and Tobago, they're not there. They didn't even get into the playoffs. Guadeloupe, same for us. Bermuda, same for them. And just to really irritate me, when I press continue, look at that. It says Gold Cup group stage, Guadeloupe enter the Gold Cup on the 21st of June. Except no, we don't. I'm sorry to rant. I know I went on a bit of a rant about the difficulties of finding second nationality players in the previous episode, but this is the kind of stuff that, yeah, then you can understand why people stay away from international management so much. You know, a lot of the features are missing. The data hub is not available in international management. The squad planners not available. The training modules are not available. Then when you're managing a small nation, it's difficult to scout players who don't play in your crap domestic league. And the qualifying system for your major continental tournament doesn't even work properly. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you would do in this situation. Would you continue with the save? I mean, we've got the Nations League again. That's what I'm going to show you in today's episode. It's Division A. That's why I'm continuing. It's a chance to try out something new. And hopefully, this will lead to us getting into the Gold Cup in 2029. But anyway, as you can see here, we've been drawn in Group 3 of Division A. We've got Trinidad and Tobago. That's the good news. The bad news is we got Mexico. I mean, if we could have had French Guiana's place in Group 1 or Bermuda's place in Group 4, maybe we would have had a chance of getting through to the Final Four. With Mexico, though, oof. Anyway, same as last episode, I'm going to talk you through the first couple of rounds of matches, and then we'll do a live com with one of the crucial ones towards the end. So we started off at home to Mexico, and look at that. It wasn't a humiliation at all. In fact, on another day, we could have got a draw or something like that. But then we travelled to Port of Spain and turned on the style. An early goal from Casemiro, as you can see there, and then a Phaeton hat-trick, including 2 goals in stoppage time, meaning as things stand, we are second in the group. Now, catching Mexico in top spot is going to be tough, but if we're to stand any chance of doing that, we've got to win today's first live-com match, which is away to Mexico. Yeah, that's right. We're going to be here at the Estadio Azteca. I have to come to Club de Football Americas page to show you this because, of course, they don't put it on the national team page. And we're going to try and get a result, a win against the team ranked 16th in the world. There is some hope, though, because in the previous iteration of the Nations League, as you can see here, Mexico did not get out of their group. Jamaica pipped them to top spot, and we've had a draw with Jamaica in the past, so we're obviously as good as them. But before we get into the matches, I do have one new addition to the squad to show you since last time. It's this guy, Tyrick Gideon Pinau. Okay, he plays for Angers in France. So he's picked up 3 caps for us now. As you can see, if I just fade out of the way, we've got a lot of potential now in this squad. We have to start realising it. So here we go in the Estadio Azteca. It's huge, it's massive, and we're up against a Mexico team playing a 4-4-2. Interesting. This is how we're lining up. 4-2-3-1. We're looking to sit deep, hit them on the counter-attack. Probably a terrible idea. And we're off, and we've got a highlight straight from kickoff. Oh, no. As we have to say, it could be we go a goal down here without having touched the ball. That's exactly what happens. Is the referee going to disallow it? Please do. Please, please, please. VAR comes in. It's been given. Damn. We did not touch the ball at all there, did we? We didn't. Not even a deflection. Not even a deflection. Straight away, Mexico 1-0 up. This could be a long night. Can't help but feel I've just been screwed by the game in general recently. If you've been following my FC Vaduz series, we keep getting screwed out of the Swiss title. And now we've been screwed out of our rightful place at the Gold Cup. All right, so we made it to the half-hour mark without conceding any other goals. Hopefully that's a good sign that we're going to give a combative performance, or it could just be that we're going to concede again. Just don't let us be humiliated, please, as we now, straight from the kickoff, straight from the restart, Mexico come at us again. They tried to chip the keeper, we're saved by the bar. Luckily, our defender was quickest to the rebound, so we just about survive. And I was just about to say, we made it to half-time without conceding another. The youngster I showed you before the game, Gideon Pinau, has just been sent off. That's what you get for choosing a teenage centre-back in this kind of match, I suppose. So we're going to have to sacrifice our attacking midfielder, try and keep that defence intact. We'll bring on San Roof. Of course, in real life, we would just, we'd get through to half-time. They do get the free kick. Lozano with it. It goes over, thankfully. But you know what? Considering we were 1-0 down, having never touched a ball, we did pretty good to get the possession back up to 49%. Right, Mexico got this in the back. They're going through to the finals next year. I was hoping then they'd just go easy in the second half, but no, because we've got a highlight here right away. So, is this where they go 3-0 up? Lozano certainly wants to do it, and he does. All right, we finally start a highlight with us on the ball. We immediately give it away, but there's progress at least. I brought on Phaeton. He scored a couple of late goals against Trinidad and Tobago. Maybe he can do the same for us here. 22 minutes of this torture left now. Can we get through it without conceding another? It looks unlike... I thought for sure we were going to give away a penalty there. We didn't, and they didn't score. Whew. And all right, I did fear at a couple of points in that second half that we were going to get absolutely slaughtered. 3-0 is the final score. Dearie me, look at that table post-match. Mexico strolling through with maximum points. We're currently in second with 3. And then we get a patronising news item like this, that we're enjoying the experience. Well, that means the final game against Trinidad and Tobago, we're going to need a point to avoid finishing bottom. But let's find out if we can do that right now. So it's Guadeloupe against Trinidad and Tobago. We've changed up formation a bit. We're going for the 4-3-3 this time. It's a little bit more positive, a little bit more, of a formation where we're going to show the initiative, and that's what we need. I mean, we only need a point. The main thing is just to avoid a defeat. Again, we start right from the kickoff. We start with a highlight. All right, hopefully this goes better than against Mexico. But are we again? My God, second game in a row we concede without having touched the ball. Again, there's a VAR check. I'm a bit more hopeful this time that might actually be offside. It was. Okay, we get away with that. Whew, dearie me. That was, yeah. But we can see, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was close, actually. That was close. But we got away with it. That's the half-hour mark. And now a chance for us. And there we go. Santini with the header. Oh, the referee's checking this one again. What was it for this time? Was it for a possible foul, I guess? A push in the box? something like that. But no, it's been given. We get the goal. Santini soaring above everyone else. He had like 3 players around him there. But we've taken the lead. Fantastic. All right, so just up to the hour mark now in the second half. There hasn't been much action up to this point, but we've won the ball there. Great play from Gravilion, and we've got so many people there, and we don't score. We hit the woodwork. That was a golden chance to put this game to bed. All right, 20 minutes to play. We get the free kick here. Can we turn this into something? A second goal would just give us that comfort. If Trinidad and Tobago equalise now, they'll really be putting the pressure on to go for the winner and save themselves from relegation. But Phaeton, on as a sub, tucks it away. Again, there's going to be a VAR check. Possible offside, it says up there on the big screen. So let's have a look. I'm not sure about that one. It's been given. VAR works in our favour today. And here we go into stoppage time. Final action of the game. Trinidad and Tobago looking for a consolation, maybe. The thing is now, even if they somehow nick 2 goals in this added on time, it's still a point, and that's all we needed. Looks like we might have given away a penalty. Is VAR coming in again? Yes, it is, and it's been given. Okay, this time the VAR decision goes against us, but all right, let's see what happens with Gomez here. He slams it into the back of the net. But that's your final action of the game. We get the 2-1 win, and we get lauded for our vintage display. Of course, we're knocked out of the Nations League at this point, but we have secured our spot in the Division A for the next iteration. It also says here we've qualified for the Gold Cup, but I'll believe that when I see it.